the awkward silence, right? Somebody that you know has been diagnosed with cancer and you don't know what to say. And it's quite common, like I hear that all the time, and I'm so happy that somebody asked this question. What do we say when somebody's been diagnosed? It's really tough, and what I can say is, please say what you want to say. When it was flipped the other way around, I'll tell you how I felt. I felt awkward. I felt the awkwardness because, and I felt sorry that I had created a situation where other people now felt they don't know what to say. So I almost blame myself that I created this awkward situation because you could feel that. So my advice to you would be, just be there with them in a normal conversation with whatever comes up. Tell them how you feel. It's okay. That awkwardness, I don't know what to say, creates more, not tension, but just creates more of a gap. And the person, or I certainly felt a little bit more lonely. So ask what you want. How are you really? I'm so sorry to hear that, you have this. How can I help? Is there anything that you need? You are not your body. You are even not your thoughts. You have this inner dimension. Some call it your soul, your higher self. You have an inner dimension which is who you are. And if we go too deep, which we won't in this interview, you're a form of energy which is one with everything else. So come out of this is who I am and this is what is happening to me, and first of all go into this is the circumstance and the environment of my body right now. This is what's happening to my body. Because when you decide, now you're at choice. And that's the first thing. Make it as a choice to heal, not as let's see what is destiny. And the first thing you've got to do is remove the acidity from your body. So understand the cancer that's in your body or the cancer that's in that person's body is a mix of acidity. It's simply acidity in the body that the body couldn't handle, so it had to throw out a disease because the body was in so much dis-ease. So look at the foods that you're eating. Also acidity, toxic thoughts. This is another way we consume. So become very conscious of the thoughts that are coming through to your mind, what you're allowing in. Last part is your external environment. Surround yourself with people that are encouraging you, are inspiring you. Take that responsibility for yourself to go and research, to go and see what needs to be done, what you can do, instead of focusing on creating more acidity in your body. Change your environment. The healing is already within you. Don't force yourself to stay positive, because when you're being positive and you're being subject to it and it's almost forced upon you, it's like, I must be positive, I must be positive. It's not the same thing. It's like you're consciously being positive, but it's not coherent with your cellular system. It's not coherent with what you actually believe. And it's the same when we talk in all areas of life. You go to the belief system. Go to what it is that you believe. And if you're literally, the thoughts in your mind are negative, but your conscious is saying, be positive, it cancels each other out, if you like. So don't be positive. Remove that word. Ask yourself, what is it I'm believing right now? Don't be the thought. You are not your thought. Observe your thought. Become the observer. Observe your thought and say, this is what I'm thinking right now, and allow it to pass through. Don't worry how there's no speed. It must pass through quickly. It must pass through quickly. Allow it to pass through at your own pace. It will pass through. Number one, I learned money isn't the answer to everything. It's certainly incredibly important for life's maintenance. But when I got to my last hour, I didn't say, oh my God, thank goodness I worked so hard and I accumulated all of that money in my bank account. It didn't even cross my mind. In fact, the thought that crossed my mind was, oh my God, how come I wasted so much time focusing and stressing about money and my career and my status of how the world has defined success for us. So that, number one. The second thing I learned was that I lived, and in fact I was trained to my entire career, was to live in the future. I was so focused on achieving and goal and what I wanted. Even when I received something, I said, thank you very much, what's next, what's next, what's next? And in that moment, I realized that I missed the present moment. I had gratitude for it, I appreciated it, but for milliseconds. So I learned that the only thing that really exists is this present moment. So focus more of your thoughts on the present moment than you do on future wishes and desires. So my advice to you is listen to the diagnosis. Don't accept the prognosis. Listen to it. And with all the medication, I'm not saying don't take it, do what you need to do to surrender to, I'm on the process of healing, and expand your knowledge into this mind and body connection and understand that your body is already designed to heal. You just have to get out of the way.